Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 224. I hope you guys had a good day, and I do hope you guys are doing better than yesterday. But the time is currently 6:02. I'm about to get up now, and last night I did have some trouble falling asleep. And then I woke up like at 12 a.m., so I decided to do some mindful practices, which end up helping me fall asleep, so I guess I was a bit just overthinking last night, but either way, I'm gonna get up today and just start my training session now. I think today will be a good training session because I think the only thing holding me back was my thought, right? My thought was holding me back. Last time when I had a shit training session was because I thought I didn't sleep good, so that I might have a shit training session. But I'm gonna start thinking positive now. I'm gonna start thinking that I can have a good training session despite me sleeping shit. So I'm gonna see how that goes. But that being said, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit.
So guys, it is that time of the day, 6:54. So about to head to the gym this morning, and it's going to be an amazing workout because last week it was kind of just getting back into the workout. So I wasn't going the most intense, I wasn't going the highest volume, but today being the week 2 of my phase 2 of training, I'm gonna start pushing to the extreme, right? That means sets to failure. That means crying. That means just biting my teeth off. So it's going to be an insane workout, and I'm quite honestly excited about that. And this morning I did weigh a little bit more, but yesterday I did have a lot of bread because it was like gonna go moldy. Well, it was moldy, but I'm sure toasting it killed the bacteria. But either way, I think that definitely retained some water, so I'm not too fussed about that because at the moment my weight gain is steady, which is ideal because before when I bulk, guys, I'm telling you, I blew up like a balloon because I was just so impatient. I was just like upping my calorie intake every week because I thought I plateaued. And honestly, that's not the truth. If you take it slow and you just watch your strength gain over time, then you should be fine. Because if the scale don't move, but like you're gaining strength at the gym, then you don't really need to up your calories because muscle does take a long time to grow. So something's happening inside of you that you're just not sure of. So all I'm saying is don't just focus on the scale. Use the mirror. You just use the scale. Use how you feel. Use how you perform as indicators to see if you're improving or decreasing. Right. But that being said, today I also want to touch on the topic why it's important to act now than to worry about your goals. But I'll come back after to discuss this topic. But definitely, this is super important because I'm not saying goals are not important, but acting now definitely triumphs over goals because, guys, we all have goals. But the reason why acting now is important, well, you guys just have to wait for that. I'll see you guys soon. It's that time, boys. 9:50. Just got back from the gym and it was absolutely amazing. Every lift went up besides side laterals. Now I'm not sure if I was just focusing more on technique or my side laterals are just a bit too burned from all the workout. But either way, today has been amazing. But I want to talk about why is it important to act rather than make goals. Now, don't get me wrong, making goals is very important. Making goals is crucial, and making goals sets you a clear path on what you must do to reach those goals. But the problem with making goals is, guys, we tend to make the wrong goals. What do I mean by that? You see, if there was no expectations on us, there was no expectations that we have to get a job, that we have to get a college degree, that we have to get rich, etc., then we won't really fight for our goals because we don't even know what to really aim for, right? We will just kind of stay complacent. Now, obviously, it's human nature to want status, to want fame, to want prestige, right? To want love. It is all biology. But without the expectations, there's nothing actually reinforcing us to get beyond us, right? To be more than mediocre, to be more than the status quo. So we tend to make the wrong goals, right? We tend to see someone online being rich, right? And then we want to be like oh, I want to be rich, right? Or someone having a business, or someone pulling a lot of girls, or someone very big and muscular. We're like, you know what? I want to be that person. But then we set these goals not exactly knowing why we want to do it. Is it because we want the girls? Is it because we want to get rich? Well, here's the thing, guys, and I tell a lot of people this, and this may be extreme, but a lot of people come to me, like my friends and so on, say that, you know what, I want to be rich. I was like, cool. Why don't you just sell drugs? Why don't you just do that instead of making a business? And they're like, bro, that's risky. I can end up in jail. I was like, well, how bad do you want it? Do you want it bad, or are you gonna bitch out? Like, do you really want to be rich? Because there's much faster ways to becoming rich than doing what everyone else is doing. See, a lot of us don't want to sacrifice what we hold value to for our goals, right? We won't sacrifice for the goal. So that goal, does that really mean much to you? If you won't even sacrifice perhaps a risk, or perhaps end up being thrown in jail, or perhaps losing something you love, like, if you can't sacrifice those, are those goals really yours or someone else's? See, I made the mistake of making goals because I want to be rich, because I want to have fame and status, because I want to look good and get the girls and etc. But those goals were just not mine. They don't hold value to me. So whenever a hardship, whenever something difficult come into play, so whenever a failure comes in, I fall back, I back out, I pull out, because I didn't want to sacrifice for that, because that goal really didn't mean anything much to me besides something external. I had no reason to sacrifice what I love, to sacrifice taking big risks, because that goal didn't really mean anything to me but just words. See, actions are more important because that holds true to our values, principles, and who we are and what we believe. Whatever we do every single day, that reinforces who we are as a person, right? Whatever we do every single day, that shows other people who we are and who we believe. So yes, having a goal is amazing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a goal, but all I'm saying is that you should question yourself if that goal is truly yours, and are you really willing to sacrifice everything for that goal? Or is that goal just insincere? People who change the world, people who make something truly out of passion, have a goal that is sincere to them. And that goal means something more to them than money, fame, status, prestige. That goal has a burning desire in their why. And their actions are only showing the world what they believe in. Their actions are only reinforcing to themselves what they believe in. So actions are important because of that. Because that makes us as a person. That represents who we are as a person. So yes, have a goal. Goal is nice. Focus on your goals. But just make sure that your actions make sense. Just make sure your actions are followed through as who you believe in your core values. Because at the end of the day, no matter if you are rich, famous, successful, or have a high prestige, if your actions don't align with your core, if your actions don't represent who you are as a person, then you never will feel fulfilled in life, because you're simply working to something else. You're simply working towards something that will seek your validation or fill a void that you thought you might need, but that may not actually be the case. So guys, that is just a brief kind of topic I want to touch about why action is more important than goals. Don't get me wrong, both are important. Having a goal is something then you can have actions with, right? When you have a goal, you can think to yourself, what can I do to reach that goal? But the main issue is a lot of us make the wrong goals. A lot of us make goals because of some expectation we have to live up to, and not something of our own. But when you find something of your own, then action just comes naturally. And that action is insincere. And yes, you'll still feel discouraged. You'll still feel you don't want to do it and stuff. But that burning reason to why you do things, that represents you as a person. And that means a lot. And people can see that you are sincere. But like I said, I haven't been buying salmon recently because the price has gone up. So for that, I'll substitute with some sardines. Now, one pop of these is 90 cents, and one pop of salmon is 180. So this is pretty much half the price, and the protein is absolutely insane, guys. if this camera focuses, which I don't think it will. Yeah, anyways, the protein on this is 22 grams, right? So pretty insane. Obviously, the nutrition value isn't there, but for half the price, guys, come on, you cannot beat that. Just pop some omega 3s and stuff. But that being said, I am going to have some chicken breast and oats, and after that, I'll probably just get right into work because today is going to be a good day. Not because it's Monday, not because it's the start of the week, but it is just going to be a good day because I said so. So let's do it, guys. I'll see you guys soon. It is that time of the day, 2:28. Now, today for meal 2, we will be having a big bowl of kale and beef like always, but for a special treat, I thought to give myself some 2 big carrots. Now, this week for fruit, I'm going to use carrots. Now, I know carrot isn't a fruit, all right, but it is the next best thing, and honestly, carrots are pretty damn cheap, so they're definitely in the budget, but yeah, it's gonna be a good meal today. That being said, work wise, my second work block went absolutely amazing. Stayed focused because I tweaked this one little thing in my office that ended up making my productivity skyrocket. So, what is this thing that I had tweaked? Well, let me show you guys. This is my mirror. Now, I placed it in front of my desk. Now, normally this mirror is on the side. Now, the issue with a mirror on the side is what I notice is quite frequently I'll look at the mirror and then I see my jawline. Well, I don't have a jawline, but I am so self-conscious about my, I guess, jawline and double chin that I always look at the mirror because that's on the side, it's on an angle so I can see my jawline. But when I replaced it in front of me, now I only see my beautiful face and body, right? So not only has that took away the distraction away from it, which made me focus on the task at hand. Because honestly, this office is pretty minimal, right? There's no distractions. There's nothing else to look at, right? The walls are white, so there's no distractions. And the only thing distracting me was that mirror. So after changing, just moving that mirror from the corner to in front of me has increased my productivity. And I would say, guys, if you have a mirror, put it in front of you. Because I realize also that by looking at yourself while you work, you just do much better work. Honestly, guys, it's not being narcissistic. It's just that it's something you do. It's something like it does to you inside. Like it's a psychology thing. I swear, guys. Because when you look at yourself and do your work, it kind of reminds yourself of who you're doing the work for, right? You're here, and then if you have these thoughts of doubt and negativity, and you have your face in front of you, and you're looking in the mirror as if you're communicating to yourself, I can do this, right? And it's almost like a self-motivating thing. And it does keep you present also, guys, because when you have yourself in front of you, it keeps you present. Because when we are stuck in our heads, we have nothing to look at besides the task that gets us anxious or stressed, right? So having ourselves in front of us to look at just reminds ourselves to be present and just reminds us that who we are doing this for. That being said, I am going to have this delicious meal and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So, guys, it is that time of the day, and we are finishing today at 7:02. Now, today has been great, right? That is honestly and obvious. I managed to tick off all the tasks I wanted to do today, and I managed to do a lot of work, and that is because I made the simple tweak of switching my mirror around, and that helped a lot. So I'm telling you, because I had this problem with mewing, right? I'm very self-conscious about mewing, and ever since I picked up this habit, I just always am self-conscious whether I'm actually doing it correctly or not. So I do think this habit has been very destructive to me, and I do question a lot of times if it actually works or not, right? Of course, I know mewing may not actually get you a jawline, but it definitely does help me breathe. So I know that for sure. But a jawline, I know, is solely defined by how much body fat you have on yourself. Right? Like you're not gonna mew your way out of the body fat. Like it's just not gonna happen, right? So for mewing,
in my personal experience, I use it for my breathing problem. But yeah, definitely having that mirror on the side definitely has robbed me of focus. So I'm very glad that I removed that distraction and I placed it in front of me. Today I did some more research on supplements and I realized there has been a lot of herbs and natural foods and vitamins and minerals that we can take to help with sleep. Now the main question is what supplements and minerals will go best fits for my personal situation. That means training fatigue, that means body aches, body pains, right? Mental fatigue, not just your necessary stress and anxiety. Of course, they all have like a play, but I do think physical exertion or physical workout cause anxiety and stress is different to the other kind of stress you experience. But definitely a lot of more research I had to do. So definitely that will be the plan for tomorrow. That being said, tonight I still have like 2 hours left for free time, and normally I use the time to just read and kind of unwind for my day. So I'm gonna stick with that plan because today has been good. So let's just keep it as that. That being said, I hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. Until then,